So you know that they're going to break your heart eventually, just like your parents will. When you're little, your goldfish will. But you're never ready, and I certainly am not ready. Hey, Ira. And G, I totally understand. And thank you for saying nice things. I have a 17-year-old Shih Tzu. I got him when he was just about 3 months old. Now, if you go by small dogs where every year is about five for them, he's 85. If you go by that math equation, every 6 months would be maybe 2.5 years. So every 3 months, year and a quarter. I've noticed in the last 3 months, he's really slowed down. He's in fact had occurrences that I call seizures. He gets rigid and he barks a very weird, high pitched bark, urinates. And it happened tonight. I was holding him, and then I realized I was wet. Now, what do? You start to prepare yourself. How do you prepare yourself? When you go downstairs, and if he's sleeping downstairs, where 4 years ago, and even 4 years ago was 13, which is fairly old for a small dog, I didn't shake him and interrupt his sleep to make sure that he was in fact sleeping. And when he was small, I never thought about that Rainbow Bridge story. And now I'm kind of interested in it. He is probably totally blind now. He had some sight up until maybe 3 months ago. He had stopped running up and down the steps a year or a year and a half ago because his sight was going, and I think he probably fell. And he can't hear. I know that. And this is all probably very normal for a dog his age. But I don't want it to be my dog. I don't care how old he is. Nor do I want it to be yours, but you know what I'm saying. So, how do you prepare? Because when they start acting like this, really acting like a senior dog, although you try to put it in your mind he's not, and you'll look for signs, and if he's kissing you on your nose, he's fine. The birth certificate doesn't lie. For us, it doesn't either. And then I think about the quality of life where I'm sure he's arthritic, and he gets to the paper, which is about 12 feet from his bed on the floor in the living room. But that's out of instinctual habit. He knows how to get there. But he will lose his balance on the paper, lean up against the wall. Really, the food has to go right in front of him now, and he doesn't even smell it like he used to. And if you go near him, he'll jump because if you touch him, he'll jump because he doesn't see you coming at him. So you have a dog that doesn't hear, doesn't see, doesn't play anymore. really sleeps most of the day unless he gets up to pee or eat. Doesn't really bark much anymore, but he's still my boy. When is it selfish for us to say, oh, I don't care? He's here. That's all that counts. If he can't see and he can't hear, and now seizures and unsteadiness, I'm going to have a long talk with the veterinarian tomorrow. This is the vet visit that I've never thought of. Maybe because it's not pleasant, or maybe because I thought he'd live forever. I'm silly that way, but they can kill you. I mean, every single moment is a moment that breaks your heart. If you see him struggle, if he hits the wall because he doesn't know where he is, senior moments where, thanks, Ira, where he'll circle on those wee wee pads, right? And I think then he's not sure where he is. So he can't make his way back because he's facing in the wrong direction, but he won't, he'll just stand there. And you just don't know what to do. You can't say good boy because he doesn't hear you. And I wouldn't wish it on my most ardent enemy, yet I wouldn't not wish it because that means then you didn't have the experience of all the years of joy and companionship and feeling without any reciprocity, they are there for you. They're your best friend. And boy, whoever came up with man's best friend, pretty smart guy or girl. So can you prepare? I don't think I'm doing such a good job. I don't. And maybe that's a testament to him because I want him here so badly that I refuse to prepare. That could happen with a parent, right? Or a child that's sick. I do St. Jude's work. And yeah, children. And I'm not in one spot long enough to get close to a child. I may see a child once and then maybe a second time. And because there are so many child, unfortunately, in an oncology unit, you're not spending time with each one. It's, you know, primarily moving around. And I just couldn't imagine. And when I meet oncologists, they seem like heart surgeons, very borderlining on cold, matter of fact, no emotions. But I see why they have to be that way. Can you imagine an oncologist taking that home every single day if they got close to a child? You have to put up some sort of a fight with yourself not to lose it. And you put a wall up. Well, I think that's what I'm doing. I'm putting a wall up that it's going to be okay. And maybe it will for tonight. But when you know it's not going to be okay, eventually you're going to be right that it's not. How do you move on? How do you not just say, what do I do now? The spot where his bed used to be. Go down and almost look for him. I guess you could talk to people that have lost pets. Gina's one of them, and I have. And thank you, Gina. I've spoken to Gina and we've conferred, and it's very hard. But you try to make it the best possible life for them, even when the life is flickering. Their light is flickering. But that doesn't mean if your light bulb is flickering and you're doing some work, you can't get the last work in there until it goes black. I've, had daylight playing softball, playing catch, and what, and you just until the last moment where someone was going to get hit in the head with the ball, you played. Remember those days? Well, you didn't just say, "Well, it's supposed to get dark in 20 minutes, so let's prepare." No, you stayed out and played until you couldn't anymore, until it went dark. And that's what I feel you need to do with a pet, whether it's a cat, a dog, I don't know, whatever else you may have that is your pet. And you just try to make the best of it. And the best of it is a hard job. But someone has to do it. And you know who has to do it? Every pet owner. Now, I don't think I would get another dog now because what would I be, 80 when the dog is 16? How could I commit to that? Some people do. I teach with a gentleman who's about 81 or 82, and I swear he looks like he's 65. He's in great shape, but it still is a responsibility. And you never know how you're going to be. And to go through that pain again, I haven't even gone through it yet, and I'm suffering. Happy holidays. Ira just lost his mother in law, a wonderful woman I had the pleasure of meeting and spending some time with and talking to before she was ill. Now, that is loss, obviously. And when someone passes in their 90s, the battle cry, whether it's at the dinner or the shiver or the wake or the cemetery, is, well, they lived a long life and they were ready to go see their spouse because, generally speaking, at 90, one of them are gone. And that gets you through. You're welcome, Ira. That gets you through where they're in a better place now. Well, to me, I don't know. A better place to me, death isn't a better place than life. But you know what? Sometimes it is. And if you convince yourself hard enough that it is, it becomes your reality. But I will tell you this much: anything you love, when you lose it, you lose it. I mean, how do you come back from it? I have a friend that doesn't have a car anymore. You would think they took his legs. It means everything to him. Mentally, his independence, he just doesn't accept the fact that he doesn't have it. That is his lifeline. Everyone has a different lifeline. Some people have sports, right? It becomes everything to you. You You wait for football Sunday like it's your wedding day. We find something to fill that yearning inside for wanting. We find something to really go crazy about because crazy is the sane man sane. If you didn't go crazy about something, what fun would it be? Fans, fanatic. That's the long, unabridged word. And we could be fanatics for our pets. We could be fanatics for life. And we don't want to miss a thing. FOMO, which I tease some of my friends, fear of missing out, is very real. I know people that, oh my God, they happen to see on Facebook that someone's at another bar. They got to run there. You're having a good time. Got to go there. Can't miss it. 4 spots in 3 hours. They just can't miss it. That's to me, that's a problem. That's what people want. Some people don't want to sit home alone. It's either that or stare at their four walls. I never understood how you stare at your four walls when you're only looking straight, but who am I to judge? I live for Starbucks. We all hope there's a rainbow bridge. This way we could hope that there's something more than just what we're feeling now. It's hard, but it's harder not to love anything and go through your whole life when someone tells you about how something, oh, I wonder how that felt. There are people that wish they had their heart broken just so they could say, oh, I know what you mean. There are people that wish that they had some turmoil in their lives so they can relate to somebody. Yes, Ira, you lean on your friends, you you originate that edict that friendship is everything because it is. Friendship is different than family because you can't choose your family. You automatically feel you should be close to your family because they're family. That's not true. But we feel we need to. It's like when in Rome, right? Oh, they're my bloodline, so we're supposed to have each other's backs. That's not true. I could tell you that friends in my life have had my back arguably more than family members because you choose your friends and your friends choose you back. So there is a connection there. If it's freedom of choice, I'm not choosing my family. Whoever said that brothers have to be close? There are brothers. Look at the Gallagher brothers. There are brothers that hate each other. And they're not joking to sell records. They hate each other. Or as you get older, you get softer, but you still hate each other. We all look for that pot of gold. You stand on the corner your whole life waiting to get discovered. And you know what you discovered? That you didn't get discovered. So you move on to another dream. You move on to another pet. And you'll convince yourself that, oh, that's reincarnate. Look, does the same thing that the other guy, it's got, I know it's you. Does that sound normal? No, we do things we pray it is. Like I always tell you that story. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Politics, 2 plus 2, they'll insist it's 5. They don't realize how stupid they look. But a basketball player that shoots from 13 feet, why does he shoot from 16 one shot? Because he's trying to throw the game? No. He really feels inherently that that is going to go in. It ends up not going in, but when he first let it go, 2 plus 2 equaled 5. It didn't go in and it ended up 4 again. Well, we all hope that there is something that we can't explain that will help us to get past what we can explain, which is pain, which is hope. And we do that and we try our best not to look silly doing it. I used to joke around with my ex fiance. She's a doctor. And I used to say, "Do you believe in God?" "Yeah." "Well, you're a scientist. How do you believe in God? You never saw him or her or it. How do you believe in it? If you're a scientist, doesn't something have to be hypothesized and working variables and working? I lost the word, but you know what I mean. So, how do you believe? You never saw it. Well, I just believe. All right, that's an answer. That's like telling someone you're going in for heart surgery now. Well, I just know you have a. Yeah, sure, cut me open. You're Kreskin now. But we hope that we're right about this damn Rainbow Bridge because it lessens our pain now and it gives us something to look forward to. Not death. We're not rooting. Come on, let me die. I want to see. We're not doing that, but we're doing the next best thing. Dying won't be so bad. So we've taken the edge off dying because it must be pretty good. No one ever comes back. It must be good, right? And that Rainbow Bridge must be real because everyone believes in it, even people that are scientists. Because even scientists need a little hope without proof. So we do what we can. I'm telling you to believe in the Rainbow Bridge. Because I am a cynic. I usually have to be shown something because when something sounds too good to be true, you know why? Because it is. Not the Rainbow Bridge. The Rainbow Bridge is true. I have no proof, but I haven't seen God either, and I'm a Catholic. I believe there's God, and I believe there's that Rainbow Bridge. Because why wouldn't there be? Right? We try to substantiate everything we're feeling. And if there's no fact, we'll make a fact up. It's like making a word up when you're mad. And it's not a word. Yeah, well, it is now. Right? So when the time comes that Colby is, in fact, talked about in the past tense, I know there's a Rainbow Bridge. So screw everyone. And you know what? For those of you who have lost a pet or has a senior pet, or will one day, even if your pet is 2 years of age now, one day you'll see them again. Take it from this idiot with a YouTube channel. You know why? Because sometimes the guy hits a half-court shot and 2 plus 2 equaled 5.